발표 번호 12번, 2학년 5반 7번 박수민 발표 시작하겠습니다. Okay, good evening everyone. The topic I'm going to talk about today is consuming the brand identity. I will divide my presentation into 4 parts. First, I will discuss the motive to presentation. In section 2, I'm going to talk about the brand identity. In section 3, I'm going to discuss effect of brand identity. And lastly, we are going to look at my conclusion. I read the fourth text in the chapter 14, which starts with this passage. Brands can be associated with positive blah blah blah. This text tells us consumers' feelings based on their experience affect purchasing. While reading this, I came up with this question. What about brand identity? How much can identity affect consumers? So I decided to find it and present it. So what is the brand identity? What does it mean? In the dictionary, they are all processes and elements that give the public identity for a company, product, or service so that it can be perceived as distinct from other competitors. So how to get it right? Let me make it easier. We can think of it just like personality based on the brand philosophy. I like to illustrate this by showing you 2 brands, Apple and Nike. First, the former CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs, got 3 things in his head for branding: simplicity, and creativity, and connection. For example, Steve Jobs was trying to connect 3 functions: mobile phone, an iPod MP3, and internet. He wanted to put these 3 things into one machine. Finally, he made iPhone with simple design. And the appearance of iPhone was groundbreaking and has been perceived as creative and innovative invention. Second, Nike. They have shown exciting activities with Nike gear and innovation in sports. And also, Nike always respects all athletes, regardless of race, religion, sexuality, or even the disabled. Nike treats them as all athletes, and they made them use them in advertisement. And this slogan, the most famous slogan, "Just do it," reveals ambition and endeavor in sports, and it motivates athletes to challenge over the world. Then, what kind of effect can identity have? Identity is at the bottom, at this triangle. The bottom is fundamental of this triangle, so identity is really important for branding. On the identity, brands can build differentiation. And also, brands make emotion bonding on it. And finally, they can get aura that make consumers feel brand identity. We call this IDEA triangle, ideal triangle. I want to ask you this question. Why do you use iPads or iPhones or any other Apple products? And why do you put on Nike shoes and wear Nike clothes when doing sports? Because you, consumers, purchase not only their products but also their identity. They want to feel and get the greatest brand identity. So I think brands need to get better identity. In conclusion, brand identity is the key to making consumers purchases. Thank you.